Oh, hey, my friends, it is your Empress Enchantress, and I'm back today with another video. So, today, guys, I'm going to talk to you guys about transformation, and these are some really great signs that you are going through a transformation period in your life, okay? And as people, we are always constantly, hopefully, I should say, evolving into a better version of ourselves, a higher version of ourselves, right? And I want to say like this: transformation in aka evolving, right, is not an overnight thing, right, guys? I want to really believe in the world that transformation happens overnight. There can be huge shifts overnight, but transformation as a whole does not happen overnight. This is a process, okay? So the first thing I want to say is a lot of times when we are starting to go through a process of transformation, we start to really get repelled by the things that we are living in the day-to-day life, okay? So this usually happens from the place of burnout, right? This is usually after a period of being burnt out. And that's being burnt out with work, if that's being burnt out with a relationship, if that is being burnt out with relationships, if that is being burnt out with the fact that you're always constantly struggling and it always feels hard, right? Because when you do, I'm going to pause for a second, when you are evolving and you evolve into another version of yourself, you do look back and start to realize you had it a lot harder than before, and it could have been a lot easier, okay? So again, going back into this, you're going to start to be repelled by like your day-to-day life. And if that's the people around you, where maybe your friends are gossiping too much, or they're in activities that's very numbing, like drinking or doing drugs, right? Or they're always gossiping and talking about other people, and they're not minding the business and worrying about their own life, right? Like a lot of people do, right? Then that's probably a sign that you're kind of starting to be like, wow, I'm starting to realize that people around me are not really it. Now, this all plays into one, but I want to show you another sign is that you start to really not to want to shop, surround yourself, or visit places that are not part of the place you are starting to feel like you want to go into. So you're not going to go into supermarkets that you feel like the produce or the fresh items that's going to be fresh seem like very low vibrational. You're not going to want to shop at stores that feel like you feel cheap in, and you don't feel like magnetic in, right? And I want to say, by the way, you can make clothes feel more magnetizing, but when you're usually going through a process like this, they're going to feel in that time period like they're a little bit more low vibrational, okay? It's all about, evolving, and so you need a higher vibration to evolve into. You're not going to want to spend money on things that don't really serve you a purpose. And that goes into my next part, okay? My next sign is that you're going to start investing into yourself. You're going to start investing into yourself a lot more. And if this looks like you are going to get a mentor, which is a really beautiful option, by the way, guys, I am a coach and I am a transformation coach. So if you guys ever want to discuss that, you can always book a free consultation with me, and we can discuss how that would be if you want to work with me one-on-one, which would be really beautiful because I love working with one-on-one clients. Or if you want to book a session with me for a reading, that's really cool too. But back into it, right? If that looks like you also maybe getting a Reiki session too, which Reiki, by the way, is beautiful. It helps to clear out old energy and replace it with light energy. And this is all from the center of heart and from God, right? Or this is also investing into your health, right? Our health is so beautiful. Health is wealth, which just sounds cheesy and a little bit corny, but health is wealth. And so you start investing more into a proper balanced diet that is healthy and fresh and has really good nutrients, and it really helps with regenerating your cells and making you feel more healthier. And so you can think properly in that too. Which goes into my next sign. A lot of times when people are transforming, they not only are transforming from the inside, but this also shows up on the outside too, right? people will start to see that you have been feeling a lot more lighter. You will feel a lot more lighter too. You most likely will probably lose some weight or shed some excess energy that is not supposed to be there, right? And people forget when we are accessing and releasing old things that don't serve us anymore, it comes off our body too, and that can show up in our weight or the scale, right? Or you may want to, you start becoming more stronger and physically stronger, where you're working out and you're starting to like invest that. And it goes back to the investment piece. Maybe you got a gym membership, or you start going to the track or going to places to exercise, right? And again, people will start to see this also around you. And this is another sign I want to go into this, right? The fifth sign is that you will start to notice the people, places, and things, right, that you started to drop off at the beginning of this phase in your life, right? They start to come back around this time, right? It's usually like a text message or a phone call, or metaphysically, you'll run into these people, and you will really start to then see, like, oh my goodness, right? Oh my goddess, oh my god, whatever you believe in, right? Like, I can't believe, like, I was around this stuff, right? I can't believe this is holding me back so much. And that's a really big sign, by the way, guys. That's a huge sign. And it's not judging another person. This is all about energy, and it's all about going into an evolving place. And a lot of times, right, and this is not everybody. People live their own life, and people can have a tendency to become better. And if people are, being inspired by your transformation and your evolving, right, I would definitely say, like, that's a beautiful sign in itself too. But a lot of people don't always have the tendency to kind of change while you're changing, right? Unless you guys are really a good friendship and you guys are actually on the same page, okay? But anyways, back to that sign, you'll start to really see, like, in that, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was spending all my time doing this, right? And this is where the sixth sign I want to come into play, okay? So we already went through all these beautiful signs, and this is like part of the phases of it. This is also where your self-worth, right? Really, you start to see the self-worth process in yourself. When you are spending time in the phase of transition, you start to really get into this self-worth, higher self-esteem crown, right? You start to see the queen and the god or goddess in yourself more, where this shows up in the sense of how you want to be treated, right? Because you're treating yourself way better now. You're investing in yourself more, and how that shows up in how you get paid out into the universe, right? So this is usually where I see a lot of people end up either shifting careers or, right, making their own career, right? If that is entrepreneurness, if that's making products, if that's opening their own business, if that's opening their own brick and mortar, if that's doing their own online sessions or online courses, right? If that's starting their own YouTube, right? This is where they very much start to do the worth aspect of what they want to put their time in. And this is not just worth in themselves, but what is the worth of their time, right? What do I want to spend time on? Okay? What do I want to spend time in? What do I want to give my energy to, right? So in this transformational phase in their life, they will do that, and they will also then easily, and throughout these processes, by the way, there will be like more things that you'll start to attract more and more in. You'll easily attract the things that are part of your worth and your level that you're at, right, in life. So with that all being said, I hope this is really helpful. Let me know below if you guys have ever experienced anything like this. If anyone here has ever experienced their own transformation period, or if they're going through their own transformation period, and what is it that they are maybe stuck on, or that they're going through, that could be more of guidance. I would love to make more videos on this. This is such an important topic. And I'm sending you guys so much love. Your Empress Enchantress.